All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the second half of the show. It is the right side of Kentucky sports. And look who has joined us, Anthony Roberts. If you listened or watched the first half of the show, he showed up right at the end, right when we was about to eat our snacks. He sniffed us out, made it for the game of the week. But we're all here for the second half of the show. He had to get here to talk about Kentucky. He wasn't worried about the first half, but he was ready to talk about Kentucky.
Stoops troops, baby. Stoops troops.
Yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Disappointing loss, even though we dominated the game, doubled the time of possession, killed them in yards.
Cutter looked great.
Won on every single stat except the one that mattered.
Not punt returns.
Yeah, no, just couldn't get it done. How do y'all feel about this? Is it disappointing that we lost? Are you at all encouraged that we were able to hang in the game?
I was. We outplayed them.
Oh, we definitely outplayed them.
And listen, I regard Texas very highly. I still think they outplayed Ohio State first game of the season. They just manhandled Oklahoma. Their defense is legit. Every time I watch Cutter play, he's getting a little better. And I see the progression. The kid's got it. I'm not trying to call him the next whatever, but
yeah, you did. You called him the next Tim Couch.
2.0. Dude, do y'all not? I mean, y'all see it with him, don't y'all? He's good.
I thought
That's Texas's defense.
He used his legs well, more than I thought he had.
Just get more comfortable. Get more comfortable in the game.
The real question is, does it change anything with Stoops or how you look at Stoops? Or, of course, I'm hearing everybody, oh, this is just another time that Stoops couldn't get it done and blaming everything on Stoops. And look, I'm not going to say I think Stoops coached a great game, but I will say, you can't just blame everything on Stoops. Can we give him some credit for being in that game? It was a hell of a game plan that he put together. They schemed a way to win the game. We were right in it. So if you want to blame Stoops, that's fine. But can we not give him some credit for being in that game?
He don't get done around Kentucky. I'm with you, Charlie. I'm 100% with you. I hear all the game management problems, all the time management. I see time management issues across college football by big coaches all the time.
Because I tell y'all it's the hardest thing to do in sports. And y'all don't believe me. And everybody fucks up every week.
They do. Oh, they do.
Screw it up every week. It's the hardest thing.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is just my opinion. Now, if you're winning, you don't hear nothing. I've learned that in sports. Winning solves all the problems. It just does. When you're losing, that's when the problems, they show their ugly head. But I think one of the biggest problems with a lot of people with Stoops, whether he's winning or losing, but that he's a defensive football coach. I don't think there was a lot of people who liked it from the get-go. Now, they accepted it once we were winning. I think there's people, they just want to see offense. That's all they want to see. They don't care if they get their ass kicked if they see offense. They don't understand, like when he's playing a conservative game plan, their strategy to that. Now, it might not be the strategy you decide or I decide, but that's we've always been able to have good defenses under Stoops, and I don't feel like he gets enough credit for that. We always want to talk about his time management or his offensive blunders or whatever, but I know coaches that are great offensive minds and have great offenses and can't stop nobody, and you see them every week out there. Their defenses are horrible every week. I'm not saying that I think he should stay or go. At this point, I don't care. I really don't. I want to do whatever's best for the program. I do want to keep Cutter, whatever that takes. I think Cutter's really good. I would like to keep Seth McGowan.
Does he got another year left?
I think they only have one more. I might be wrong on it, but I think the kid's
Check
really...
his watch. He was wearing one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The kid's talented, though. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
I just want to see wins. I don't care if it's offensively or defensively. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to see competitive games, and I would prefer to see us win. But I will agree with this mindset that if we're going to lose and we're going to suck, let's at least be a little bit exciting. So I don't agree that, hey, I just don't like Stoops because he's a defensive guy, because I'm good with that if we're winning. But if we're not, change something up. I'm not saying just go to the air raid, but when stuff's not working, even if it's your game plan, even if it's your way of playing, which is a defensive, grinded out type of game, at some point it might not work and you're going to have to find a way to adapt, change it up a little bit.
I think you said it, I think there's a lot of people who feel that way. Well, at least make it exciting. That shouldn't matter.
If we're going to lose.
I see. That don't matter to me. It don't. I want to like try to do the best thing to win. I just need to like try to move towards getting better, whatever it is. I get it. I think there's a lot of people who think like that. I really do.
If we're going to go 3-9, let's at least be somewhat exciting when we're doing it.
Exciting to some might be defense, but I guess most of it's offense.
It's just the way the world is now.
I know it is. I know it is.
And I've respected the way Stoops has won games in the SEC and won games at Kentucky. I've liked it, but now.
I don't think you can do it with a wide open offense in the SEC with less talent. I think there was a day and time when you could because it was kind of new, but the spread offenses have gone and come in the SEC. And when you got lesser talent, I think you got to find a way to muddy the water, slow the game down. I just think it's a way. But I'm going to tell you this. This is what excites me. For if it's Stoops, Summerall, whoever it is, I think for a team like Kentucky, a team like Vandy, a team like South Carolina, if you don't have the money they have that they're going to spend, then you need a star quarterback. And I think that's what, South Carolina's had with Sellers. That's what Vandy's had with Pavia. Listen, nothing against Vandy, but you take Pavia off that team, they're not the same team. Same thing for Sellers. They've had the luxury of that. Looks like Cutter Boley is born and bred Kentucky Wildcat. Everybody's seen the pictures of him at the Kentucky game when he was a kid. Looks like the kid's a player, dude. He's a freshman. I'm excited for that. The news article came out in the Lexington Herald the other day. I got thinking about it. I think it was purposely put there maybe. Talked about how the UK basketball team, $23 million this year. I think maybe it was put there to gauge the pulse of where Kentucky fans are with it. I would like to see something come out with the Kentucky football budget. I'm not saying we got to be $23 million for football, even though most teams are 75-25 football to basketball. But I do think you got to take some of that money and give football a fighting chance. I don't care who the coach is. We got to get him a good budget together.
I don't know. I don't know what we need to do. I just don't know.
Are you excited about Cutter, Josh?
A little bit.
That was Texas's defense. Your boy Mateer got his head smashed against it.
I know he did well, but you're also playing a rivalry game and all of that. And Texas they could have the mentality it's freaking Kentucky.
Oh, well, our offense didn't do nothing. Well, we scored 10 points.
But I think it didn't put up a lot of points. But Cutter's yards were pretty good in that game. His completion percentage was pretty good in that game.
That's just what Stoops does in those big games. You think you have a shot, and then your heart just gets ripped out. It was just the ultimate Kentucky football fan experience. And even the end of the game, going back to time management, at that last drive again, we had 13 seconds to go. I know we had no timeouts. We had 13 seconds to go on third down, and we kicked the field goal and missed. You could have tried to try to get a little closer, throw a little out to the receiver or something.
You could take a sack, get a holding call there too.
You could, yeah. But then you're playing scared.
No,
and you're playing Texas. It's not like you're playing.
I think when you're playing at Texas in that kind of game, I think you got to play conservative. I think that's the game plan against a team like that.
And he was able to, they played the way Stoops wanted to play. He was able to, install his will of the game. But it's just still the ultimate Kentucky.
Sometimes it feels like a jinx, guys. Like when your punt return team lets you down. That's never really let us down before. Gosh.
Just the same thing.
Should have never punted it to him the second time.
Which one was that?
At the end of the game. Mm-hmm. At the end of the game,
when
you got to
return it to you got to put it there.
No, you punt it out of bounds.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
But that's
you don't punt it to the guy. Punt it out of bounds.
You're right. But that's college kickers, man. That's the most. We've seen Alabama.
Is he coached to punt it out of bounds, though?
Right.
I'm not saying he is or isn't, but is he? I don't know.
I think you got to be able to make that play. I just do. But yeah, I get it.
Dude, it's an open field. Them punts are tough, man. Just kick it out of bounds.
I get it. I don't mind it.
He already had a good return earlier in the game, didn't he?
Yeah, I was like two returns. What got us?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Two returns is what got us.
Should have never kicked it to him the second time.
The only angle of the game we didn't win was special teams.
Well, what do y'all think about the fourth down call? Even though I'll go ahead and say should have never got the fourth down. First and goal from the 2-yard line. First play of overtime. He busted out to the 2-yard line, and then we're at fourth and goal.
I knew it was going to be trouble. I think when you get a team like that down there, it's hard to man up on a team like that and just with a good defensive line like that.
So what do we think about the fourth down call? It's
I love
fourth
it.
and goal. From
you got to go
for it.
for it.
I'm not saying you don't go for it. I'm saying, I will.
I don't like the
You could have kicked the field goal there.
You could have. I don't think it's the call.
It's a 10-10 game. It could have been the call. Yeah. It's not like it was 42-42. It was 10-10.
I
The
get it.
field goal could have been the call.
It might have been.
I would have went for it, but my main question is: so are we all in agreement that we all go for it in that position?
Honestly,
Does anybody kick the field goal there? You do? I'm not totally against it.
The more I thought about it, and again, you could say it after the fact, but I've been saying it all year. So many coaches are giving up points.
I agree. I agree with that.
You saw it. You saw in the Ohio State-Texas game. Both those teams were going for it.
I agree,
when they could have
100%.
kicked field goals. That game could have been totally different. And then the same thing here. If we was on the road, maybe you try to go for it. But if you're at home, they had moved the ball on us.
That's why I like it.
know.
That's why I like getting the touchdown. Though I feel like if you get the touchdown,
Yeah, but you could argue
I get
that,
it.
you
I
could
get
argue
it.
we've
You
only
can.
given up 10 points. A field goal might win it.
Yeah, well, I feel
Or
like
they
they're going to hit their
tied
field
and
goal.
then a different situation. You know?
Or it ties it, and then you get to go second in the
Right.
next overtime,
Right.
which is an advantage too.
Yeah, I just think that
Exactly. And that's even a better point there because now you get to go second. Their offense goes back to back.
the play was there. The boy jumped too early. It was there. He could
did.
have.
He
He kept his shoulder pads low. He could
jumped too
have. That boy. I tell you, I don't like the running back that ran it. I give it to Seth McGowan there. I don't like just don't give me a big running back down close. I need somebody who can hit the hole hard and fast. I think Seth McGowan's the perfect running back for that. He hits the hole really hard. That boy, he dove way too early.
Yeah, he did.
Way too
That's what he
early.
did. That was the problem. He jumped
Oh,
too early.
they had it. He put his pad down there. He scores right there.
I'm gonna say this: if I go for it, I probably don't run the ball right there. I probably try to do some kind of play action, maybe roll out a little bit, have a couple options, and maybe cut her to run because we got down there in one play and we couldn't get in the next three. I thought it was pretty obvious. We've talked about how good Texas's defensive line is.
They tried to pass the one time, the little.
I'd almost tried something. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
It's
I mean,
tough.
hindsight's 2020.
It is.
But I'm probably not kicking the field goal. Matter of fact, I'm not kicking the field goal. I'm going for it. But I do agree with you, Josh, that there is an argument to be made in that low-scoring game that taking the field goal might have been a good decision because our defense was playing great. So, we kick a field goal, they kick a field goal. Next thing you know, we get the last shot in the second overtime. Could have went different. But, hey, punch the ball in on 4th and 1, and it's a different ball game too because I fully agree if we score a touchdown, we win the game.
We're going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean-
and I guess that's why I liked it. Is that
Well, they're going to have to score a touchdown, and then if they do, we get to go second again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if you score a touchdown, you're a very high percentage of winning that game.
Yep.
So I don't disagree with that. I don't know if I like the call right up the middle. Normally, I would say go right up the middle or quarter. Maybe they should have quarterback sneaked it.
I don't like blaming it on a boy. I don't because I do. That's not my style, dude. He left his feet way too early. And that was a horrible. He didn't do it like it wasn't no fix or nothing like that. I don't think.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just-
boy tried. He just got.
He looked like if I had went out there and tried to
Dude,
do it.
once you leave your feet, you
He had no shot.
It looked like the first time he'd ever tried it.
Hey, it did,
it
Josh.
did.
It did. And he's a big boy.
He went high. I felt like he should have went low.
I don't think everybody.
we could
That's
all
where
sit
you
there
can
and-
drive through it. But I think everybody thinks you run a big running back. You need a running back that can hit that hole hard and fast because you got guys that are trying to close in. I don't think he was the guy for it. I think
Where
it
was
Seth
we
McGowan.
at on the was
One,
it 4th
or
and
one.
1?
Yeah, we were on the one. We had to go like this far.
Yeah, it was one, dude.
You know who we needed?
He looked like one of us trying to dive for
Yeah,
it, like
he did.
Josh
Right,
said.
yeah. I mean-
Golly, it was bad, dude.
You
God,
know
it was
who we
bad.
needed right there?
Who's a?
Benny Snell or Chris Rodriguez?
Oh, no doubt.
Well, yeah.
You know Chris Rodriguez was getting that.
I think a lot of guys get it.
So
That's the sad about it.
tough loss for the Cats. I don't even know what to think, man. I really don't.
I'm just sitting there staring
Just
at a
stay
camera.
positive. I mean, all we can do is stay positive, and whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. With
Look,
the coaching.
maybe I'm trying to think about this too much because I think I do know what I think. I think that nothing's really changed. Stoops, I still think it's time to make a change. But like I said, I've heard a lot of people dog, oh, it's just another Stoops. This is not just Stoops this, Stoops.
That's the part I
Stoops
hate.
put us in a position to win that game. You can't give him all the blame and not give him any credit. I'm not saying he coached perfect game because he didn't. Time issues again. Questionable play calls that we could sit here and argue about all day. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and pound Stoops into the ground over it. I think we could have easily got beat by 20.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we was in the game.
No,
we had a little
I mean,
bit of excitement.
I mean, I like the game plan. I've said it already. I mean, he was able to. He made Texas play our game.
He did. And we sit here and say that we just want to be competitive, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we was competitive. We just didn't win the game.
You know, the article that came out for basketball explaining like the money spent stuff. I would like one to come out in football for there. I just want people to understand what Stoops is up against. I think there's so many people that just don't or is not taking that into account. They're talking about stuff like it was 5 years ago. The way they're explaining it, the way they're making arguments for it, talking about recruiting. I mean, it's a totally different world we're living in now. And I just wish that people would understand what he's up against. And if you still want to get rid of him, I'm fine with that. I
don't see how you say people don't. People know. It's not no secret.
I'm gonna tell you, when I'm on the message boards, dude, Vandy's getting good. Indiana's getting good. That's all
people
you hear.
like you talk about is the money. Well, people know about it.
You don't hear. I'm gonna tell you, when I'm on the message boards looking around, you see it here and there, but mostly it's people saying Indiana's got good with Signetti, Vandy's got good. I mean, it's all you hear about. Well, they're spending money.
Well, and they've hit on their quarterbacks.
I agree.
We haven't had a quarterback since Will Levis.
Well, Indiana and Vandy's in two different situations. You're right about Vandy hitting on that quarterback. I really think it helps Vandy. Vandy spent some money this year, but Indiana's flat out spending it. They're up there spending it with the big dogs right now.
Well, now we got take a trip down to Knoxville this week, right?
No, it's at home.
It's at home.
Oh, is that at home?
It's at home.
Mm-hmm. So what do y'all think? You think we got a shot against Tennessee?
Heck yeah, I do.
I don't know why I thought it was at Tennessee. I was going to say we were going to lose by 20. But I'm going to say if it's at home, I think Stoops is going to try to figure out a way to keep it close again. I've not been high on Tennessee this year, still not. And I think we'll figure out a way. Tennessee's overrated. So I think we'll try to figure out a way to stay in the game. I don't know that we'll win the game. What's the spread? Anybody seen it?
I haven't looked at them. The only thing that worries me, Alabama beat them.
Or something, right?
I didn't get to watch the game, but I know Alabama had that pick six right before halftime on like the 1 yard line. It was like a 14-point swing. I do know that. Tennessee, up and down. They outplayed Georgia. If that's the case with Alabama, they kind of played right with Alabama, but Alabama might have came off the gas. I need to go back and look at that game. I don't know how I feel about Tennessee right now, but I'm just on the hopes that
9.5.
9.5.
I think we're a solid team. I thought that from the get-go. We played with Mississippi. Probably should have been Texas. Georgia, there was a lot we did right in the first half. At Cutter, I feel like it's getting better every game. Now, of course, I'm a Kentucky enthusiast, so I'm trying to look at the positive side of it. But I do see a lot of positives for it, so that's how I'm on a roll.
I just hope we have enough left. I hope this just didn't deflate the team. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that worries me about this game. I think we got another game like that Texas game in us, but I don't know if it's against Tennessee. Just because it took so much out of us. That team played really well. We played together. That defense tried. They played well. I mean, Arch helped us out a little bit, but I hope they have something less this week, and this ain't just like a letdown game to where we lose by 30 and the wheels fall off. But then in a couple weeks when we play Vandy, then we look good again like we did against Texas. Then we come back to question, where was this against Tennessee? That's what kind of worries me about this game.
After they got past the loss and after it hurt that they lost because they should have won, they got to feel good about themselves. So
I agree. I was going to say the same thing.
They got to feel good about
themselves. I think
themselves.
the only letdown is from the fans and the sour fans at that. I think the team should be motivated. They played good. I even heard somebody say they thought it was the best game that they've played in 2 or 3 years overall. Maybe it is. From top to bottom, wasn't a ton of mistakes. I don't know, man. It's a tough situation us Cats fans are in these days.
Ocho Cinco was there. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah, his daughter.
His daughter's on the track team.
Yeah, he said he was storming the field if they won. He told the reporter that.
I'm excited about Saturday to see what team shows up, if we're able to rally around this, or are we just deflated, or use a lot of energy on that game and need a rest before
we might have used a lot of energy, but I think the locker room and everybody should be
feeling good about this.
Yeah, they should. They really should. They played. It was a good performance. They just came out on the wrong end of it, and hopefully they stick behind Stoops. I said this a week or two ago. I just hope the players don't give up, and it doesn't seem like they have. We could have easily lost that game by 20 points, scored 3 points in the game. We've seen Kentucky do it before. We could have lost that game 27-3.
The offense got to be excited with Cutter producing what he did against maybe
That was
the
our
best,
receiver's best game?
maybe the best defense in the country. I would argue say that or Ohio State's the best defense in the country.
Yeah,
and I would probably go with Texas. Some people would go with Ohio State, but I do think them are your top two. And I see Cutter, I see him getting better. Definitely was a lot more comfortable. I seen a little swag from him. He is the future of Kentucky football.
Yep,
You see, he wants to be there too. I love everything about that. And to me, that excites me more than any of the coaching stuff because I know that the boy wants to be here. I really think they're going to make sure he don't go nowhere, whoever it is.
I mentioned this a couple weeks ago too. If Stoops leaves, does the new coach come in and keep Cutter?
Got to.
I would think that'd be a priority.
Yes, and I think maybe that's part of the deal. And I hate to say this, how much
I doubt that.
does Cutter have any? Not any say, but does he have any foot? Okay.
Hell no.
Dude, if he keeps
No
performing, not that I don't even think Cutter would do that or his parents would do that, but if he keeps performing, just say he was a Stoops fan. Maybe that's a reason to keep him. If he's not if you hear rumblings that they're wanting to see another coach, I could see that maybe influencing him.
I would say that maybe they would roll with Stoops for another year if he was a huge advocate for Stoops. Yeah. Maybe, but there's no way he's going to have an input on who the next coach is. I don't think.
No way.
Listen to these numbers, man. 31 at 39. Of course, had one interception for 260. 31 at 39. Cutter was against Texas.
It's good.
Hard struggle, son. Hard struggle. He didn't throw no interceptions, though. That was the big thing for him.
Well, hell, he couldn't hit anybody in the hands.
Yeah.
Fucking Arch Thompson.
Son. Arch.
I told you. He started going by his maiden name.
Arch Johnson. Arch Davis.
He's going to be the guy that made the most money that wasn't no good. No, I do think the kid might eventually get good, but he needs to be a college quarterback.
I'm telling you, I think he's hurt. You can't convince me.
He needs to move to tight end. It's the only way he's going to.
It's going to be a shame the guy made that much money and not like if he is at this level.
Yeah.
He's going to be like him or DJ Ukalaga or whatever his name was. He made a lot of money too, not being good.
Oh yes,
he's going to be like Tebow. They make it to the league, but they're going to say, "Hey, we need to move you to tight end, buddy."
Y'all got a score prediction?
Well, I was going to say about 30-7 when I thought we were playing in Knoxville, but now that it's at home, I'm going to say 30-8.
Blue Jays were.
Damn, you took my score.
Did I really?
No,
I'm joking. I do think the Cats keep it close. Give me another fairly low-scoring game, even though I think Tennessee's offense might be better than Texas's, not much. Give me, man, I don't think we win the game. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say we keep it close. 23-17. Cats come up short again.
I was gonna say 23-16. They both cover. What you got, Andy? Anthony?
Kentucky.
What you got, Andy?
Kentucky 28, Tennessee 24.
Let's go.
24.
Let's go.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Anthony.
That's why I went ahead and cut in front of him, because I wanted him to have his shot.
We got to have Anthony on the podcast when we're talking about Kentucky football, especially when we're not good, because he'll bring us back.
He keeps us
even
positive.
keel. Yeah,
dude, you gotta be, dude. These message boards. They were notorious for it, though, being like negative Nancy's on there. Of course, they pissed me off when the Cal stuff was going on. Dude, I kid you not. If a coach comes in, they're not going to treat Pope that way. But I don't care who it is. They're so quick to want to fire somebody, dude. Like, boom, fire them. I mean, they're just firing people. I used to tell Charlie, it's just being on those message boards. That used to be like the heartbeat of a fan base.
It was.
There was people wanted to fire Cal like the first 2 years when he was at. There was. I promise you, there was. There was people that wanted Stoops out the door since day one. Same with Brooks. When he first came here, there are just people that their expectations are way too high, dude. Way too high. They think we're the only ones trying to win. This ain't the 1950s no more in basketball, where only maybe 3 schools was really spending money in basketball. Like there's a lot of schools spending money now.
Got anything else, Winkle?
Yeah, Anthony, did you watch the episode last week that you missed?
No, I did not watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I watched bits and parts, but I didn't watch it. Yeah.
Huh?
Views are down.
Views are down. Anthony don't even watch. So you didn't see this traitor come in here with the red on?
I seen that. I seen that. I did see that.
We're blaming it on him, and then Louisville goes and wins.
It's my fault.
Beats Miami. It is Josh's fault.
I 100% take credit for it.
And Drew,
What was that all about? What the fuck was I seen that
He
today?
was in the suite. He was in the suite down there.
I guess he's turncoat, huh?
I guess.
Benedict Arnold.
I guess.
Probably had Rick up there with it. Come on, Drew, dog. I know you're better than that, dog. Hey, ride or die, man. Ride or die, Drew.
I'm sure he was with Louisville fans. We was wondering if he was wearing Louisville gear.
He should have got a bunch of them in there and poisoned them, like gassed them in there. Closed the door and threw a gas bomb in there.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Well, the only other news, Kentucky news, our point guard has dislocated his shoulder in the blue-white game. Looks like he's going to be out for, I guess, a couple weeks.
They said 1 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, maybe back by the Louisville game, which is like in November.
Yeah.
But then I think they said worst case could be like first of the year too. So it kind of sucks. But we're going to get to see some other guys. I think there was a little bit of a question on who the backup point guard was going to be for us. So
We got a $23 million team. We should have backups everywhere.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out who the backup point guard is. I think the Aberdeen kid's probably gonna get the most run. What do you think?
Yeah, probably Aberdeen.
Yeah, I mean he's a national champ last year at Florida. I think that'd be the guy that you
Colin
go
Chandler
to.
might run a little point. He
I'm
played
sure
a little
they're-
bit last year when we were beat up.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna get his chances. I think there's 2 or 3 of them that's probably gonna get some run there. But I think Aberdeen's probably the first shot. He would be if it was me. I mean, national championship. He's a senior, so we'll at least get to see what we've got as a backup. And we got Purdue next week.
This Friday.
Or this Friday.
Wow.
Yes. This Friday, #1 team in the country. So sucks that our point guard's out, but if we could somehow win that game, it'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool
Yeah.
to start the season. I would.
I mean, it actually doesn't count.
Yeah, it's an exhibition game, but
They're playing hard, don't you
Yeah,
think?
they've
gonna
I've seen
play.
some of the other teams. They've kind of leaked some scores.
Is there a point spread on it?
I don't think you can bet it. Maybe somewhere, but I don't think you can.
I got a bookie.
yeah, I got one too.
Blitz them.
Blitz the bookie, boys. Yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully, Jalen. Is it Jalen? Jalen Lowe.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Jalen gets a little better here as soon as possible. Love to have him back by the Louisville game.
He's the guy from Pitt. He's transferred
Yes,
from Pitt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's hyping him up.
Yeah,
he's
Friday
gonna
would be fun.
be one of our best
I'd
players.
read a
so.
thing on him that he was kind of a one-man team at Pitt, only option, but they really think he'd benefit from not being keyed on so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, they
I
said
was
he
reading
took
that
a
from
ton
Pitt
of
fans.
shots.
Yeah, from Pitt fans. But they said they weren't very good. Teams were able really just to key on him because he was the only thing they had. They said he'll really benefit from people not being able to key on him. I can see that.
Well, we'll see what happens Friday. It's just an exhibition, but you know how BBN is. We'll be in front of the TV watching. So looking forward to it. We'll see what happens this weekend with the Cats. Can we beat Tennessee? I don't know. Anthony's got him winning, so there it
He's
is.
back.
Let's go.
There
Back,
it is.
baby. Let's go.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate you. Keep supporting. Keep checking us out on all the social media platforms. Share us with a friend, and we will catch you all next week. Blitz the bookie.
See
I'll
y'all.
at you.